Welcome back to another episode of Hobby Time in the Murder Basement. Sorry it's been so long since you've heard from me. Today we get to do things a little different. We get to sit down and play a game of Judgement, my favorite miniature game on the market right now, with Peter from Creaturecaster. And then afterwards we talk about how Creaturecaster's involvement in bringing Judgement to its version 2.0 form. It's a great time. We have a lot of fun in the game. I really hope you guys all can make it out to back the Kickstarter. Really excited for more people to be playing Judgement. Easily the best miniature games on the market, for sure. Gunmeister Games, you did it right. Thanks so much for being here. It feels good to be back.
So that's awesome. So here I am. I'm going to take the first turn. We've generated our fate on the first turn, and I am going to choose one of my heroes to activate because I'm the first player. I'm going to activate Brock and charge at this monster down here. So Brock just has a movement of 2, but I get the +2 bonus from the charge, and I'm going to just smash right into Gloom. So we can then calculate the dice for the charge. So I got 7 melee against Gloom's 4 agility, so that'll be 3 dice. And then a bonus 2 for the charge, so rolling 5. And pretty decent roll. I got a Judgment symbol, a hit symbol, and 2 maneuvers. So I'm going to take the Judgment symbol, I'm going to take the hit symbol, I'm going to take a maneuver. Then the Judgment counts as both the maneuver and the hit. So that means I got 2 hits, which is solid damage. So I do 3 damage to Gloom. And then I'm a monster hunter, so I do 1 more damage to Gloom. So Gloom goes down to 4 health. I have 2 maneuvers from that, so I'm going to use those maneuvers to push Gloom this way, and Brock is going to push himself up here. So I'm going to start hiding behind the smoke. I have 1 action point left, and I'm going to use that just to make a regular attack on Gloom. So again, base dice calculation, I got the 7 melee versus the 4 agility. So I'm going to roll 3. And, I didn't kill Gloom. That makes me sad. So I got a Judgment and a maneuver symbol. So the Judgment counts as the hit and the maneuver. So 1 hit is a glance. So that's going to do 2 damage to Gloom and then 1 more for the monster hunter. I'm going to use the 2 maneuvers again, and I'm just trying to pull Gloom away from your guys. It's a tough one. So
it's very kind of you. Last time we played, you just pushed him into me a bunch, and he just kept on attacking me. It was horrible.
I did. I just used Gloom as my pawn. So I'm gonna, instead of pushing both characters, I got the 2 pushes. I'm gonna push Gloom twice, and so Gloom is gonna end up over here, right next to my other guys. So hoping that you don't manage to kill her off. So that's Brock's activation, and now it's over to you.
All right. Well, if that is where we're at, I'm going to do Rakir here, and Rakir can drop shadow orbs whenever he wants for 0 activations, correct?
That's right. So he could just drop those and then use them to teleport around the map.
Right, which is just so stinking awesome. I'm going to do a little bit of a mirror of what we did in the last game that we played. I'm going to move here, and I'm going to drop me a shadow orb here, and then so that would have been 2 move turns of my activation, which leaves me 1 more activation. And I can't charge or anything like that. Do I have anything ranged? I don't have anything ranged. No, I think I'm just going to stay here, and I'm going to hold this space and pass the rest of the turn to you.
Okay, the only thing with the Shadow Orb is you have to drop it in an unoccupied spot, so you can't drop it on top of yourself. So anywhere adjacent. Okay.
Just moved it, Peter. Come on.
There you go. I'm just slow. I'm just slow. All right. So that was kind of nice of you, I think, because you didn't kill Gloom there.
Nope.
So I am going to activate Donragar, and Donragar is going to charge into Gloom and try and finish him off. So I have a movement of 3 plus the 2 for the charge, so I could go 5, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So it's 2 action points to do the charge. I only have a melee of 6 versus Gloom's agility of 4, so that's 2 dice. 2 more for the charge. Oof, I got the glance, and I'm going to take 2 maneuvers. So with Judgment, you can only ever choose 3 dice, no matter how many dice you throw. So 1 hit and the 2 maneuvers is going to kill Gloom. So Gloom will be dead. That'll get Donragar level 2. So Donragar is going to level up. Part of killing a monster is you get a bonus fate, so I'll take that fate. And I'm going to use my push to get right over here, contest this shrine, so you can't have that for free. You have to make you work to get me off of it. And that'll be it for Donragar.
Very good. I think we'll go to Zaron. He can't just walk through these at will. It's Rakir who can walk through at will, right?
So with your own effigy, which is represented by those black circles on the map here, you can walk through your own effigy. You just can't walk through mine. So you're free to just pass through there however you want.
No, I'm just saying, like, he can't warp to his Shadow Rift.
No, that's correct. Only Rakir has that ability. If Zaron gets to level 3, then he can do the same thing that Rakir does at level 1.
Yeah, okay. But he can drop them, though.
He can drop them all over the place, yeah.
Which is pretty cool, too. I am going to do... Brock... None of these guys are super fun for my... my Stargazer guys, so I'm going to do Skull in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna put Skull 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, he's gonna cast Bulwark.
Okay.
On Zaron. And then he's going to move.
All right. So that's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to move here.
okay. So Zaron's got bonus 5 health, and Skull is up guarding that soul pit. Okay.
Yeah. Your move, sir.
My go. So I am going to. Yeah, I don't have a lot of good options with Saiyan here, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 with Saiyan, just walk right forward. I'm going to cast Holy Shield onto Saiyan so that she's immune to poison, because we know what Rakir can do with the poison.
He gets pretty gross.
And I'm going to blast Skull. So Saiyan has a magic attack. She's got 7 for her magic. Skull's only got an agility of 3. So that gives me 4 dice that I get to roll. And I rolled 1 hit and a maneuver. So because it's a ranged attack, I can't push Skull anywhere. I'd just be able to push Saiyan. And I'm not going to push Saiyan anywhere, and I'll just do the 2 damage from the 1 hit as a glance. So that's 2 damage to Skull. Skull's got resilience of 1, so only 1 damage. So not that effective, but that will be my turn. Those are my 3 AP.
That was a pretty good turn. Okay, I am going to come with Zaron. And I am going to... Let's see, how am I going to do this? Zaron's going to come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be right here. Then he's gonna drop... I need to clone one of these. He's going to drop one of these right here.
Okay.
That will be the end of his turn.
You still have 1 AP left, so if you want, you could summon a skeleton or blast.
God, I can
or
summon
shoot.
a skeleton, can't I? Skeletons
Good.
are one fate and one attack, right? Or
One fate, one
activation.
action point. Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's get a little skeleton skeleton action out here.
Okay.
And he instantly gets to move. And so I'm going to do a charge with him.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, might as well be. They're not on this planet very long, so might as well get weird with it.
Yeah.
And he's gonna come up and attack Brock.
Okay.
And
So skeletons are crappy at fighting, so you'll get just 1 dice, but you do get the 2 for charging, so 3 dice total.
3 dice. Not bad.
Oh, pretty good for a skeleton. So
Yeah.
you got a judgment symbol and a maneuver, so that's 1 hit from the judgment symbol. That'll be a glance. That only does 1 damage because skeletons are pretty weak. But you got the 2 maneuvers, which is pretty awesome. So how would you like to use those?
I would like to maneuver you into the fire.
I thought that might be your choice. So I got pushed into the fire. I'll take a damage from being in the fire there. So that is kind of crappy, but oh well. Okay, so that's the bottom of turn 1. That was pretty fast and furious. We go to the top of turn 2. So we'll actually have turn 2. We'll have the full communion phase. So that's like the phase where we set everything up for the next round. That always starts with regeneration. So Donregar is the only person who's got regeneration. So he's at full health, doesn't do anything. Then we go to the move monsters and souls, and there's no monsters and no souls on the battleground, so nothing to move around. Then we go to generate fate, and it's round 2, so we get 1 for free. So in the first 2 rounds, we always get 1 fate for free. And then we're fighting for control of the shrine, so neither of us controls it, so we don't get any bonus there. Next phase, we spawn the souls and we spawn the monsters. So do you want to do the honor? 1, 2, 3 on the left, 4, 5, 6 on the right.
Sounds good.
Oh,
all right, it's on the left.
Disappointing. So luck was not for me there. You got it where you wanted it.
It was not.
And yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to get that. You got it pretty well surrounded. Souls are the big part of the game. It's what lets you damage the opponent. The most easy way to damage them anyway. And then I'm going to bring Gloom back onto the board just as a dead body to remind us that Gloom will be spawning here and wrecking Face when she comes back to life.
Yeah,
so
next
avoid that area. Yeah. After that, we have sort of the ability to call our god powers. So I'm playing the Ista god, which is the light and goodness. So I could do that and be able to kind of get angel wings and fly around the board. You have the Krognar god, so you could call that to move to all your shadow orbs. So you can reposition your entire team. So I'm not going to, as first player, I have to say first, I'm not going to call my god power. It'd be up to you if you want to call yours.
I do not want to call mine.
Yeah, you're in pretty good position already, so.
Yeah, that would be foolish.
Okay, so I don't have lots of good options here. I am going to basically activate Brock, and I'm going to be charging Rakir. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to turn on my savagery so that I do a little bit extra damage. So that's 1 action to do that. And then I'm going to charge. So I'm going to do instead of the straight charge, I'm going to do like the zigzag charge there. And smash Rakir.
All right.
So I have melee of 7 plus 1 for savagery, 8 versus your agility of 4. So 4 dice plus 2 for the charge is 6.
6.
Oh, perfect.
That's very good.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the judgment and 2 hits. So that gives me a total of 3 hits for a crit, 5 damage on Rakir. So smashing face. I'm going to use my maneuver to push Rakir onto this orb. So that now means Rakir can't use that orb because you can't use things when you're standing on top of them. And I've also ganging up. So when I score a crit with Brock, he gets to attack again for free. So I'm going to do that. I lost my 2 bonus for the charge, so it's 4 dice. But now Donragar's ganging up on you, so +1 is 5.
Extra die, yeah.
Oh, devastating. So this time, with the extra attack, I'm not allowed to score a crit, so that's pretty good for you. But I am going to... So I'm going to take a maneuver, a hit, and a judgment. So that gives me 2 hits, which is a solid, so 3 damage. And then I'm going to use my 2 maneuvers to push Rakir here, and I'm going to follow up with Brock and block that Shadow Orb as well. And that's the end of Brock's turn. So got some good damage there at least.
That was pretty ruthless. That was absolutely ruthless.
This shrine is going to be mine. You may have the soul, but I'm taking the shrine.
Yeah. Okay, well, since it's my turn first, we're gonna go. Zaron, of course, is going to then do try to get the soul, which is 2 dice. His harvest is 6, so the goal is to reach 12. So I have to, with 2 die, I got to roll 6, which is pretty doable.
You get a bonus as well because Skull is there helping out.
Oh, so. That's right. Hey, check that out. And I do it easily because statistically 7s are the most common rolled die with 2 dice.
There you go.
All
so
right.
We'll throw the soul onto you. So you got a soul on Zaron. And you level up. So you go to level 2 for collecting the soul.
Heck
and
yeah.
Then when you grab a soul, my effigy takes 4 damage. So you are in the lead.
Yeah, this game is not just about beating up people. It's about beating up the home base.
Yes.
Level 2.
Yeah. Your heroes always come back to life. So killing heroes is good, and you do get a soul for killing heroes, but the way you win is by picking up those souls that are floating around on the board, for sure.
And it takes two turns to 2 activations to harvest a soul, correct?
Yeah, 2 AP and to do the soul. So that leaves you 1 AP on Zaron, and you still have your child. And you are allowed to summon more than 1 child, so you're allowed to have 3 of them on the board at once if you so desire.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I do think I am going to do an effigy recall on him.
Okay.
Which warps him back here. And I can't bank the soul yet, but it gets me out of the battlefield for right now.
Yes.
Which is I'm being way more prudent right now because this game swings pretty dramatically pretty quick. But I will take my action with Zaron's child, and we will be doing a charge into Saiyan.
All right.
I'm going to go into the smoke to charge. And with Saiyan, I am going to... I got 2 melee, 5, so I'll still be the 3 die to attack.
Yes.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah, not too good. You got a maneuver.
Yeah, I think that I will just do a push back. Yeah, you just get pushed back. Get out of here. Get out of here. Can't above me.
just flinging the elf. So now I can't just shoot Rakir, which is a little disappointing. I was gonna just try and blast him. So I could either activate Donragar and try and smash you. I think I want to get rid of this skeleton. It's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
So Saiyan will activate. When she activates, the Holy Shield falls off. I am going to cast that back right away, as I know how dangerous Rakir is. And I'm going to shoot the skeleton. So you only have an agility of 2. I get 5 dice, so hopefully I get a crit and just kill you here. And that's a crit. So I'll take the judgment symbol and 2 hits. So that'll crit the child, so you are dead. I'll just pull you off the board. And then I can push myself, and I'll push myself just a little closer to Rakir. And I'm going to shoot Rakir. So that gives me not too good here. So I got magic of 7, your agility of 4, so I get 3 dice. But because you're in combat, I get -1, so I'll only get 2 dice. And that was not impressive. So nothing.
Oof. Oof.
I could use a fate to re-roll that, but I don't think it's worth re-rolling 2 dice.
I mean, I'm all right with you using your fate. Like, that's a thing.
I'm gonna save it. You know, it's tempting. So over to you.
Okay. With Skull Bone Crusher, I am going to charge Saiyan.
Fair enough.
I'm going to let's see here. So I have a melee of 5, and you have a agility of 5.
Yes.
So I get 3 die to attack with.
You get 1 die and then 2 for the charge, so 3. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's see if I can roll better than you did. Oof, not much.
Not really.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay. All right.
Use that fate.
Oh,
Oof, even worse.
That's like I find that always happens, you know.
Yep.
Choosing the
fortune
fate
favors
just
the bold,
worse.
or the idiotic.
So Skull does get the dual wield attack, so you do get 1 more attack. It would be 1 dice because you have bad melee skill. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. So 1 dice works better for you than 3 dice, turns out.
Yep.
And you're going to glance me for 2, so I don't have any resilience and I don't have much life, so that actually hurts. And you get a maneuver, so what would you like to do? At that point,
I'm going to just, again, move you back here.
Keeping me away from
and then I'm going to swing again.
All right. So just 1 die because I have such high agility because I'm an elf. I'm like dodging out of the way of your attacks.
All I need is 1 die. Oof.
Turns out
not
this time.
Nope.
You do have the dual wield though, so you get to try 1 more time.
I get 1 more. That's right. All right, I get 1 hit there. Okay. So you get a glance of 2.
2 more damage. So not a lot of damage, but I don't have a lot of health, so I guess it's making a difference.
Yeah.
All right. So over to
and is Bulwark gone off of Zaron?
Yes. Yeah. When Skull activates, the Bulwark will fall away. So there you go. Okay. So what do I want to do? I think that I might do something a little unusual here.
You're gonna go stand in the fire.
Not that unusual. I am going to activate Dawnragar. I'm going to cast 2 abilities. So I'm going to cast my Stone Grasp and my Stone Form. So this means it's really difficult for you to do anything with Rakir. And then I'm going to swing at Rakir and punch Rakir in the face. So I got only a melee of 6, so it's 2 dice, but I do have Brock helping me out, so that'll be 3. Oh, pretty good roll. Maybe I should have just been beating down Rakir. So that's a solid, so it'll do 3 damage to you. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. I spent 2 AP casting these abilities. So what these abilities do is it makes Dawnragar, he's only got an agility of 1, but he's got a resilience of 3 now. You also can't push him, so he's like impossible to push. And then Stone Form means that Rakir can't move away with any of his regular abilities. So you could try an effigy recall, you could drop a new orb, but you can't just walk away from me now.
Right.
It's not going to be that easy.
Well, I think you figured out exactly what I'm going to do. And let's see here. An effigy recall. What does that entail for?
So an effigy recall would be pretty risky right now because I got two characters. They'd both get to parting blow you, so they'd probably kill you. Now, if you teleport away using your orbs, you don't get the parting blow because it's like a magical effect. So that's the safer thing to do.
Yeah.
You could choose to attack before you leave as well because you do have 3 AP, so it'll only take 1 AP to jump away, and you could do 2 attacks if you like.
Yeah, I could attack once, and then effigy recall out.
Don't do the effigy recall, but yeah, you could jump with your shadow orb. So yeah absolutely.
Yeah, so
you could also be offensive, but I'm not gonna tell you too much here.
Yeah, I am not going to be offensive because I don't want a soul to pop up on the field as of yet. So I am going to. It took 0 actions to do that. I can attack, and then I can warp over here and still have 1 action left.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to attack Brock because Brock is weaker than Dawn Regard, even though I'm sure he's going to absorb some of the damage because that's what defenders do. So, Rakir is melee 7 to your 3 agility. So that's going to be 4 dice coming through.
-1 because Dawn Regard's there interfering with you.
All right, there we go. 2 judgments.
Ooh.
All right.
So normally that would be awesome, but because actually this is still awesome for you. Unfortunately, you don't have any fate, but this is actually enough to poison Brock now because you've got 3 maneuvers from this roll, as well as the solid. So because I have savagery, I got the resilience 1. So instead of 3 damage, you'll do 2 to Brock. But you have enough maneuvers now, so you could push yourself away, and you'd actually be out of there, because you can push for it, instead of it being a three maneuver push, it would be a 2, but you could push yourself out, or you can poison Brock. So you got some options.
That is interesting. If any way I push, I'm taking 1 damage though. I mean, I guess I could push myself down.
If you push yourself down or up, you'd be safe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 2. I'm not gonna push because I don't have any fate right now. And I'm going to then come back here. So I've moved out of the way completely. And let's see. And I don't have any fate to shop with yet. But I can be right here. I'm going to end my turn right here. Are you there, Peter? Hello. I cannot hear you.
You
muted yourself, sir.
I muted myself because I was drinking. I didn't want everyone to have to listen to me drink. So so we're at the bottom of round 2. So we will be going to communion phase of round 3.
There we go.
So the first thing to happen in the communion phase is regeneration. I don't have anything to regenerate because I'm at full health with my Donragar. So then we're going to move souls and monsters. Again, there's no free souls out here. No free monsters. Generate fate. Now, this time, we don't get anything for free. You have a soul. So the soul gives you 1 fate. And I'm standing next to the shrine, so I get D3, which is 1 for me. So after that, we spawn the soul. So it's going to spawn on the opposite side. So I get it right next to all my guys, which is awesome. And we spawn the monster, so Gloom comes back to life. No longer dead. And then it's the end, so would you like to call your effigy power? Actually,
right
I'm
now,
first player. I have to go first, so no, I don't want to call it just yet.
Yeah.
So now it's your turn.
No, I do not.
Fair enough. So I am going to start this turn by activating Saiyan, and I'm just going to try and walk away from Skull. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and she's got dash, so she can go +1 for 4. And I'm going to hide right back there. Because I walked away, you get a parting blow. So you'd normally calculate, yeah, it's a minimum of 3, and since you'd be less than 3 normally, you get to roll 3.
Okay.
And you rolled 2 hits. The maneuvers don't do anything for parting blow, but that's a solid, and that'll do 3 more damage to Saiyan. So she's down to just 6.
Yeah.
And I actually forgot that Saiyan has the Aura of Light ability, so as soon as she activates, she gets to heal everybody around her, including herself for 1, so she'll actually go up to 7 there.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm a Soul Gazer, the same as Zoran, so both of the Soul Gazers can pick up souls from 2 away. So I'm going to grab that soul, or I'm going to try to. So I have a Soul Harvest of 6, the same as Zoran did. I have 2 people helping me out, so I only need to roll a 4. Got pretty good chance of picking.
Snake eyes.
Oh, just made it with the 5. So the soul becomes mine. Saiyan's going to grab a soul and go to level 2. Which will do 4 damage to your effigy. So perfect. We are tied. And that's all of my actions for Saiyan. I am done.
Okay, so for me, my next movement is going to be I'm going to charge Saiyan with Skull, because that's what I'm doing. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, right here on top. Which means I'm going to be hitting for, let's see, 5, so I'm hitting for 3 die.
Yes.
So I'll be doing 2 damage, or 3 damage with a hit.
Okay. So I could redirect that onto Donragar, but I'm going to just... 3 is not going to kill me, and I'm going to save that redirection for later, so if I need it.
And then I get my back slap.
No,
another hit.
Another
so
2.
2 more. And then I get 1 more.
Yes.
I think actually what I'm going to do right now is Soul Burn. Enemies within 2 hexes take d6 true damage per soul bound to them. Roll separately for each damage.
Okay, so I don't know if I can redirect that. I may have made a horrible mistake here. Yeah, it's only attack, so that's not an attack, that's an ability. So I guess you may just soul burn me to death. Let's hope you roll badly.
Let's see here. So, did that just do a 4? Or did it not do anything?
No, I don't think you rolled it yet, so just click it again. Oh,
Oh,
one.
uh,
I got pretty lucky. Oh, you don't have any fate because that cost a fate to use, so
no, I
I'll
just,
take.
I just removed my fate, so I had one, so
So
I
all you
can't
needed was
re-roll.
a 3 or higher, and I would
Yeah.
have been toast there. So I will take that 1 damage and consider myself extremely lucky. Um, all right, that was a little bit too close for comfort. Um, I am going to. Yeah, this is a good opportunity for me here. So I'm going to activate Brock. The savagery lasts until the end of this activation, so I get to keep that. And I'm going to charge Rakir. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and Rakir's looking pretty weak there.
He is pretty weak right now.
So that's 5 dice with the charge, and I got a solid. I'm gonna re-roll that. That was not very impressive. Okay, there we go. We got the crit. So that's 5 damage to Rakir. So Rakir is dead.
Deed.
I go up to level 2 on Brock, so that's pretty sweet. What do I want to do? So I know the soul is going to spawn over here. Sorry, 4 damage there to your effigy.
Yeah, don't you get his soul?
And I get the soul, yes. Okay, so I don't really want to walk by gloom. Kind of stranded myself out here. I'm going to reactivate the savagery, so I'll put savagery back onto Brock. And I'm going to stay there.
Okay. At that point, let's see. Zaron sits here, and he's got some magic. So I am just going to I guess I'm just going to do some magic on him, like a bunch.
Fair enough.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I'll just do 3 magic attacks. So my magic is 5, your agility is 3, so be doing 2
Your magic's
dice.
actually 7.
7. Oh, geez. So I'll be doing 4 die, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Duh.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh no.
look at them box cars. That's
That
pretty.
is terrible. So that means you get 3 maneuvers and 3 hits. So the 3 hits is a crit, which is 4 damage to Brock, -1 because I've got the resilience from savagery, so 3 damage. And you get to push yourself 3 spaces. So
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's go 1, 2, 3.
okay.
And I'm
Be
going to
careful
do
of the
that.
gloom.
I'm going to do that again.
All right.
Just not as impressive.
No, so that'll only do 1 damage with the resilience that I got there, so down to 10.
I'm going to do it one more time. Actually, no. 1, 2. Can I be right here? Without triggering gloom?
Yes, but just remember in the communion phase, gloom will activate, and it's going to go towards the closest hero. And if it's a tie, which right now it is,
Goes to the
he'll
most
go to the
health.
closest one with the highest health, which will be Zoran. So
D2 movement. Okay.
yeah, so you got 50-50 that gloom's going to attack you there.
Okay. 50-50 is going to attack me here anyway.
Yes, you could walk behind the pillar if you want to be safe, but that won't get you quite. I know you're trying to get close to the soul there, so.
Yeah. No, I'm actually. I don't even know why I moved. I'm holding a soul. What am I doing? That was an idiotic thing.
If you want, we can count it as being banked. We'll play you back to the beginning there.
Nah, it's all right.
Okay.
I'll take my thing and I'll move back here. We'll end my turn back where I started.
All right. That sounds fair. So you will get to go first on your next turn because I killed Brock before, I killed Rakir before Rakir had a chance to activate. So,
Okay.
so I am now got Dawnregar. So Dawnregar, these things are gonna fall off, and I am gonna charge at Skull because I want to get Skull away from staying here. So,
Sure.
we will do that. So I have melee of 6. You have agility of 3. That's 3 plus 2 for the charge is 5 plus 1 for the buddy helping out 6. Wow, that was a really nice roll. So I crit you for 5. So I'll take the 2 judgment symbols and a hit, which is 3 hit symbols basically. So I do the 5 damage to you. And then I got 2 maneuvers from the judgment symbols, and I'm gonna push Skull there, and I'm gonna follow up like that. And I'm gonna drop that stone grasp again so that Skull. I'm gonna try my best to protect Saiyan from Skull here.
Good call.
So that is the end of the round. So we're now on turn 4, and we're at the communion phase. So this will be, again, starting with moving souls. We picked them all up, so there's nothing there. Regeneration, Dawnregar is again full health. So Gloom is going to move, and you can roll it. If we get a 4 or higher, Gloom is going to take a chunk out of Brock.
Oh, he's definitely going to take a chunk
Just
out
one
of Brock.
die, only one die. Okay, still doing it. So moving 2. So that's not great for me either. Makes up. So Gloom 2 is going to attack Brock. Gloom has massive melee of 8, and Brock has agility of 3. So that's 5 dice.
5 dice. Let's get that there.
And that's a crit, so that is not pleasant either. Monsters don't get any maneuvers, so I'm going to lose. Crit is 6 damage, so but I do have 1
damage there.
I do have 1 resilience. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oof.
That's ugly. So I have 2 souls, but I don't know if I'm going to survive in order to bank those. We will then generate the fate. So I have 2 souls. You have 1 soul. So I get 2 fate. You get 1 fate. Oops, sorry. I get D3 because I still control the shrine. So I get 1 more fate. So I got tons of fate. And nothing to spend it on right now. The soul is going to spawn, and it's going to spawn over on this side this time. And you get to be first player. Oh, sorry. The last thing that happens, Rakir comes back to life. So
right.
You are no longer dead. You only get 2 AP on the turn that you come back to life. You get to spawn anywhere next to your effigy that you want. And you do have that health penalty, so Rakir's only got 10 life now.
Yeah, you're gonna stay right here for right now. Or right here. It doesn't matter. They're all the same.
Yeah, you can spawn in front of your effigy, so if you wanted, you could spawn right next to Brock, you know.
No, he's got a charge. I'm gonna stab you in the face while running.
All right. Fair enough. So I will. You get to activate.
Okay. First things first. I'm gonna activate Zaron.
Okay.
And we are going to bank the soul.
All right.
And that is bank soul. So yours is permanently down. And from here, I'm going to then I'm going to do some magic blasting.
All right.
On Brock. So where were we again? 7, 4 die.
Yeah,
4 die.
You're shooting into combat, so it'll only be 3, because there is a combat that's going on.
Yeah, good call. 2
Mm.
maneuvers, doesn't do anything. I'm going to attack one more time.
Okay.
And I will be doing 3 damage, but since you have savagery, you'll take 2 damage.
Down to 3.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm not in a great spot here. I am going to attack Gloom. I want to basically effigy recall, get Brock to safety. So I have a melee of 8 because I got the savagery on against the agility of 4, so that's 4 dice. And I need a push. No push. Reroll. No push.
At least you did a crit. It's good damage.
It is a crit. So that does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to Gloom, plus 1 because I'm a monster hunter. So I may actually just kill Gloom here if I'm lucky. I get to attack again for free because I had that special ability with Brock that if he crits, he gets to attack again. So 4 more dice, and that's another crit. So Gloom dies. So that's probably the best thing that could have happened to me there. Brock is going to go up to level 3, which is pretty sweet. And I still have 2 AP left, and I'm going to use that to get as far away and into safety as I can. The savagery fades away now. It's the end of the turn for Brock. So, I was a little worried there. We managed to get out.
All right. Well, that was very interesting and very fun to watch. Let's see here. From Rakir can do a shadow step and move to an orb instantly, right?
He can, yeah.
1A. So I'm going to do that. And from here, I'm going to charge Saiyan.
So you've only got 2 AP, and the Shadow Step does cost 1 AP, but the Shadow Step actually allows you to go adjacent to the orb. So you probably want to put yourself right next to Saiyan, and then you can use your last action to attack her.
So a shadow. Oh yeah, that's right. I only have 2 this time. That's right. Good call.
Yeah. The disadvantage of death.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Okay, so that's how we're gonna go. And then we're gonna attack. And so she has agility of 5, so it'll be 2 dice.
2 dice. All you need is a glance, though. That's gonna do it.
Got it.
Saiyan is dead. Goodbye, Saiyan. And Rakir is gonna get the soul.
And he levels up.
Levels up.
And
that worked out pretty well
for
you.
Souls, right? He gets her soul and the one that she was carrying.
Yeah, so the one that Saiyan was carrying drops to the ground and basically dissipates. So that just disappears, but you get your health back because that soul energy is now available to your effigy again. And I take 4 because you took Saiyan's soul. So the tides have turned. You are now got me down to 8. So when you get somebody's effigy to 8, that means they're kind of in range that you could actually attack them with your heroes and potentially like kill the effigy with the hero itself. So it's a bit of a danger zone now. I only have one choice. I've got to activate Dawnragar. I've been controlling the fate, so I think I'm just gonna have to attack Skull here. And I've only got 2 dice. So the Stone Grasp falls away. 2 dice, and I got a maneuver. So I will take that and just push Skull up here. And then I'm going to charge Rakir. So last move, I get 3 dice against Rakir. 2 dice against Rakir and 2 for the charge is 4. And I got a solid. So that'll be 3 and a maneuver. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And for the maneuver, I'm just gonna push you that way. And try and keep this shrine.
Very smart. Very clean.
Yes, pretty fast.
All right, and that's the end of our turn, isn't it?
You've still got an activation on Skull because
Oh my
you
God,
killed
I do.
Saiyan, so you basically get that bonus activation this turn.
Okay, so let's see here. I can charge into I totally forgot about him. Okay, so I'm going to charge into Donragar. I'm gonna go here to put the shrine in contest.
Yep.
And so let's see here. I got 5. You got 3. So I've got 4 die coming through it. All right, and so that is a hit and a maneuver. So I'll be doing 2 damage to you, and
Yes.
then I will be
-1
doing-
because I got the resilience, so
Oh,
only
that's
1
right.
damage.
And then I'm going to do I'm going to maneuver you here,
Good play.
and then I'm going to slap you one more time. And this time, oh wait, no, I get another hit because of the dual wield,
Yeah, it'll only be 1 die for that one.
which is still a hit, so it's 1 more damage.
Wearing me down slowly.
Yep, and then I'm going to hit 1 more time, which puts it at, let's see here, 2 die? That one?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 die. 2 die, and it
Nothing.
whiffed.
And then 1 die for the backswing because you got the dual wield.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
hit.
1 more damage.
1 more damage.
This guy's a beast. He's so hard to kill. You basically want to try and ignore him as much as you can, but it's
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the only thing to swing at.
Yeah, and I just kind of need to keep you tied up so I can let Rakir get away.
Yes, and you managed to grab the shrine this time, so
Yeah.
that was some good play.
Yeah.
So that's the end of that turn. So we're on to the communion phase again. This is turn 5. So beginning, I actually get to use my regeneration. So all that damage you did, I'm pretty much just healing it. Yeah, the monster, there's no monster out here. The soul is going to move towards the closest hero, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to Brock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So going towards Zoran, that's bad for me. So it'll go D2, 2 spaces towards Zoran. So we go here, and at this point, it could go to either of these squares. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 is the bottom route, and it's going to go the top route. So the soul ends up right there.
Cool.
We generate fate. So now you have 2 souls, so you get 2 fate for the souls. I get 1 fate for the 1 soul that I have. You control the shrine, so you get a D3 more fate. Oh, 3 more.
3 more fate.
We are both rich in resources.
Yeah, that's not great for you.
It is not the preferred thing for me, that's for sure. The soul is going to spawn, and we'll also bring Gloom back here to remind us that Gloom is going to be coming soon. So now there's 2 souls on the board. You can never have more than 2 souls. So until we pick one of these up, the souls are going to stop spawning.
Yeah.
All right. So we now regenerate our heroes. And I'm going to get risky and bring Saiyan to life right here. Because I'm playing the good guys, you get to effigy recall for 1 point. But when I come back to life, I come back with my full health. So I'm coming back with 14 health here. And now we're get to choose whether we want to do our god powers. Will fly and nimble help me out? No. So I am not going to call mine. Would you like to call yours?
I am going to call mine, yes.
Good choice. All right. So basically, you get to take all 3 of your guys because they're all champions of your god, and you can put them next to your effigy or next to any soul orb, however you want.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be the same soul orb. It can be basically anywhere. Get to fully reposition.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do this.
Okay. Sounds good. What am I gonna do? So I am going to activate Saiyan first. And Saiyan is only got 2 AP. So I'm going to go. I can't harvest the soul because I don't have enough AP for that.
Not
I'm
close
gonna
enough.
walk forward 3 and stand right next to the soul. No, I'm gonna walk to here. Yeah, I gotta stand here, right next to the soul. In harm's way. Not the best idea for Saiyan. And I am going to cast a spell called Sleep because I got that at level 2. And I'm gonna put Zoran to sleep, so Zoran cannot be the next hero that activates.
That's cute. I like that. Okay. No worries. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
I just want to make things a little trickier for you there.
I'm going to actually activate Recure.
Okay.
Which means I'm going to bank a soul.
All right.
And
Locking in the damage.
Yeah. And so that means now I have Recure only has a harvest of 2, but I can let's see. I don't really want to get closer to Gloom. I'm just trying to see what's the best way to do this.
Yeah, he's a little bit out of position right now.
Yeah.
But you did get to safely bank that soul.
I can do a charge and attack here.
You can, yeah. And I think you'll have to pass through the flame to do that, so you'll take 1 damage. And you're allowed to move through the souls, no problem. It just, you can't end your move on top of a soul.
Right. So, okay. So I'll take my 1 damage. And he is just going to punch Saiyan. So with a charge, 7, 2, so it's 4 die coming through.
Ooh, that's a crit for 5.
5. And that is now the end of his turn.
Okay, so you activated a hero, so the sleep falls off. So now Zoran can activate whenever you would like. I can charge Zoran, but I need to stay next to Saiyan. So I'm going to charge Rakir with Donragar. And I have the 6 minus the 4 is 2, plus the 2 for the charge. Saiyan can't help out because she doesn't have a melee weapon, so she's pretty useless there. So just 4 dice. Oh, that was good. I got a critical blow, so that'll be 5 damage to you from Donragar's crits.
Oof.
Which means that I'm going to attack you again with only 2 dice, and if I get a glance, you will die. And I got a glance, you will die. So Donragar goes to level 3, which you don't see very often. He's been doing some work for me. Rakir dies, and Donragar gets a soul. So I'll do that. And then I'm allowed to still use the maneuver, and I can push myself into the space that your hero died in. So I'm going to go there. So we're really fighting hard for this soul.
Yeah.
And that's the end of Donragar's activation. And we're both tied at 8, so it's pretty close, pretty tight game.
Okay, I am going to, let's see. I'm going to activate, Skull. Wait, no. I'm going to do Zaron. Let's do the sure thing. Let's do the sure thing right now.
Okay.
We're going to Soul Harvest. So I need to get a 8 or higher right
So
now.
you have one guy helping out to grab the soul and 2 guys fighting you.
Okay,
so normally you'd need a 6 and now you need a 7, yeah. That is not a 7.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Alright. That is not a 7. So good thing I got Donragar in there.
That
He messed
sucks.
with your day.
Okay, what can I do? I can't really do much. I can shoot at Saiyan.
Don't forget you can summon your skeletons, and now your skeleton
explode, don't
doesn't
they?
cost any fate because you're. Oh no, actually, sorry, it will still cost fate, but you got tons of fate.
Yeah, I got tons of fate. Yeah, okay, I'll cast. I'll do that. I'll bring in a Skelly boy. And then, can you walk through the shrine, or is that solid?
No, you'd have to walk around, and there is something interesting you can do with the skeletons, though, is you can actually use Zeron to harvest souls through the skeletons. So if you spawn your skeleton on the other side and walk towards that soul, you'd kind of be setting yourself up next turn to maybe harvest the other soul instead of the one that's here. So that might be a good move.
Oh, really? How does that work?
Yeah, so he's got a little ability called Unholy
-1.
Vessel.
Oh, interesting. Very cool. I did not know that. Okay. That's interesting. I will utilize that. So we are going to do he moves 3, and so if you okay, so let's say he summons here. We're 3 and we are a 1, 2, 3.
There you go. So that's pretty good. That's setting you up pretty well, I have to say. Gloom won't move when Gloom respawns, so you're safe there. And it is my turn. I got Brock to activate.
Yeah.
So Brock's gonna bank this soul since I've been running around doing crazy things. I will do that and remove the soul from Brock. I'm going to spend 1 fate and do the heal action, so I can heal myself for 5 for the 1 fate. And you can only do that once per turn, so I can't just spam it and heal myself all the way up.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and Brock has the dash ability, so I'm gonna go 1 more because I'm trying to get as close to this soul and that skeleton as I can get. And that's it. So that is the last activation of the round. So we go to the communion phase.
Did I do Skull this time?
Oh, sorry, you didn't do Skull. Oh, that's yeah, forgot about him.
I mean, he's kind of in a shitty spot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Hail Mary. He's got a 4 Soul Harvest. And I'm going to try to Soul Harvest, so I need to roll a 9 to get it.
If you attack Donragar first, you could push Donragar away, which would increase your chances of getting that soul.
That is true. I could do that.
But you might be wanting to save your last action. I don't know. I don't know what you've got up your sleeve.
I mean, I kind of want to use Bulwark. So
yeah, it's true.
And You know, or like a soul burn or something. Because that does more damage than me punching right now.
It
So
does.
I'm gonna try to harvest that soul.
Okay, let's
Oof.
see.
Oof. No, no, that's not good.
You try the reroll.
But I'm gonna try to reroll.
Oh, you
Look what I
got
just
it.
did.
You got it. That's really good for you. So you go to level 2. This soul goes away. You will level up. And add the soul to you, of course.
Yay!
We're both doing the same thing here. So yeah, that was pretty good. And Skull's a cool character. He's got the 2 heads. So when you level up, you get to choose whether you want to be a mystic or whether you want to be a warrior. If you're a warrior, it gives you +1 melee and a big axe attack. And if you're a mystic, it kind of gives you sort of these buffing spells and things like that.
I'm gonna stay a warrior because it seems like the flavor text is cool.
I like to be a warrior as well. It's the way to go.
Okay, so I just did that, and now, if I do I can't do an effigy recall, can I?
You can, because you can effigy recall for 1, but I do get a parting blow, but probably is not going to affect Skull too much, unless I happen to roll 666. You'll get to teleport out, and you won't take too much damage. If I roll a 666, I knock you down and I interrupt your recall action, but it's pretty unlikely. I think the odds are 1 in 216 that happens. All right, so I rolled not a triple J. I'm not going to use my fate. I may as well. I got lots of fate. I'm going to use my fate. I'll try and get...
Try it.
And no. So I will do the parting blow on you. I glanced you, so that'll do 2 damage. And then you get to effigy recall.
Oh, my shins. Yeah. I'm just gonna come right. Actually, I'm gonna come right back here. Play nice and safe.
Okay, so you snuck off with that soul. That's a bit disappointing. And did I activate Dawnregar next? No, I don't think I've activated Dawnregar, right?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so I will activate him. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 right through the fire, so I'll take a damage from the fire, and I'm gonna charge the skeleton because, yeah, we gotta kill that thing before you get the free soul harvest. So that'll be, for me, I have the melee of 6, the 2 agility on the skeleton, so 4 dice plus 2 more, 6 for the charge. And that isn't enough to kill you because that's only a solid, and I think my solids do 3. So I'm gonna have to roll again and spend that fate. There we go. So we are going to make you dead. And with skeletons, you don't level up or anything because they're just sort of weak little minions. They don't give anything special.
Yep.
And then I'm going to just push myself here, I guess. Maybe try and cut off the angle for the soul harvest a little bit better. And that's the end of the round.
Cool.
So, with that, I am carrying... we go to the communion phase. So it looks like I've got 2 souls. You've managed to get 3 souls. I feel like this is somehow missing something. I should go down to 4. So
you're at 4. Okay. I was just wondering. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm in all sorts of trouble. 4 is pretty easy. If you attack the effigy with Rakir, you could kill it. You could kill it with Skull now. And if you pick up 1 more soul, I lose. So this is definitely the danger zone. I was also the last person to act, so you get to go first, so that's going to be a pretty big advantage for you there as well. So into the communion phase, regeneration, Dawnregar does his healing for 2. Nice. But now he's actually got a new ability because he leveled up, and he has Mega Regen. So basically, for each level he has, he regenerates one more. So he's now level 3. He gets another 2 regen from that. So he regenerates 4 a turn. He's like the unstoppable
Wow.
life machine. The Let's see. So then we go to the move souls. I'm standing right next to it, so it's not going anywhere.
Yep.
And then we go to the fate. So no one's controlling the shrine. You get 3 because you have 3 souls. I have 2 souls, so I get 2.
Does a new soul spawn right next to Saiyan?
So the new soul is going to spawn on the other side because I'm pretty sure it spawned here last time, right? From what I remember. So I think it's actually spawns over here.
Well, where'd this soul come from? I thought this one moved, so I thought it. Oh wait, no, I banked that one. That's right. I grabbed it.
Yeah,
That's what's
you
going
picked
on.
it up. So, and I'm pretty sure, I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure it spawned here. So now it's going to spawn on the other side.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that one goes over there, which I guess is maybe better than spawning close to Zeron. So it's a little hard for me to tell. But yeah, you get 3 fates, so you're up to 9. So you
I
basically
already
all
banked
things.
it, so it's fine. I'm at 6.
Oh, you already did it? Okay.
Yep, I already did it.
That means we respawn the monster as well. And Rakir comes back to life, so no longer dead. And you get to come back to life next to your effigy anywhere you want.
Cool. I'm going to bring back Rakir. He's just gonna be right here.
Awesome. So you get to go first. What would you like to do?
Okay, I am going to let's see here. What am I gonna do? I'm going to shadow step into right here, and then I'm going to I only have one. I only have two activations this time.
Yes. So you can't charge from there. You can
Can't
shadow
charge.
step adjacent, right? You actually can't shadow step onto the orb. So
Right.
you can shadow step right next to Saiyan and attack like you did before.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay.
Okay.
It's not as good as what I was hoping, but so I get two attacks, 2 dice, and yeah. So 2 dice. Ugh.
Whiff.
All right. I'm re-rolling that. Can I re-roll again?
Unfortunately, only one reroll allowed. You have to
That's
live with the second result. So you
That's
glance me for 2.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Yes, I'm not. I know what you were trying there, but I was got lucky to manage to avoid it.
Yeah.
So now what do I want to do? I think 1, 2, 3. Gloom is kind of in my way now. I can't just walk over there and grab that soul.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk right now.
So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 with Brock, and then charge Zeron. Yeah, I think Zeron's the big threat to me. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 like that, and then I'm gonna pop out here and charge Zeron that way. So I get. Let's see. Do I get anything special at level 3? No, not super useful against Zeron anyway. So I get 3 dice plus 2 for the charge is 5. And that's a crit, so that's 5 damage.
It's a lot.
And I get to re-roll because I critted you, so I get free attack for 3. And that is going to be a solid, so that's 3 more damage to Zoran. And I get a J, so I'm going to... Does it help if I push Zoran anywhere? I want to keep you adjacent to me, so I'm going to just push you at there.
That's not the right direction.
You know, I don't know. I don't know whether that helped or hurt me, but that's what I'm going to do. Your move.
All right. I am just going to play it safe right now. We're just banking the soul. So it's done. Bank the soul. And that means I'm going to then I'm going to charge Brock.
Ah, okay.
And so that means Brock has agility of 3, and I have melee, so that's 2. So I'll be hitting with 4 dice.
You actually are level 2. You went warrior, so you get +1 melee, so you get 5 dice. And Zoran's helping you out, so you get 6 dice. So
6 dice. Oh, geez. Okay.
yeah,
so
I should maybe have considered that you might just charge Brock here.
So okay, with 6 dice. Okay, that didn't change. That only got better with 6 die.
Yes.
So I critted you.
You crit me for 4. So
4 damage.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And that will put me in a and then I get another attack with my dual wield, right?
You do.
And that's just 1 die?
No, so you do the calculation again, and because you're 6 against the 3, so that's 3 dice +1 for Zoran is 4, and then -1 for the dual wield, so you'll get 3.
3, okay. And so
that's a glance, so you're glancing me for 2 there.
For 2 there. And I am going to move you right here with my
Okay.
J.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this is Donragar is going to activate, and he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take the parting blow from Skull, so you get 3 dice against me.
3 dice. 2.
Okay, so I have resilience 1, so I'll take 2 damage from that. And as we know, Donragar can kind of shrug that off.
Yeah, that's not a biggie.
And I get 4 dice +1 with Brock helping out, so 5. And that's, I think I need to crit you here. I'm going to re-roll it and hope I get the crit. There it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to Zoran. Got 1 AP left, so 1 more attack with 3 dice. Oh, I missed. So I gotta re-roll that. Hope I don't do that again. I got the glance. So Zoran goes down. Needed that one. So we will make Zoran dead.
Oof.
And Donragar cannot level up anymore, but he will pick up another soul. So he's running around with 2 souls right now.
Yes, he is.
And your effigy is going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think that means I get the last activation with Saiyan here. And what am I going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try this. So Saiyan is going to walk away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, because she's got the dash, so she can go 4.
Mm-hmm.
You get a parting
3.
blow with Rakir there, so 3 dice. Actually, might be more than 3 dice. No, just 3 dice with Rakir.
Can I re-roll it?
You can re-roll it.
This bait.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
So that is a solid. So it does do 3 damage.
3 damage.
1, 2, 3. but I may be able to sneak the victory here. So I'm gonna try and pick up
and
this
you took
soul.
one from walking on the fire.
Oh, I take one more for walking on the fire. You are correct. So
I might
getting
need
close.
that.
If I pick up this soul, I destroy your effigy and all your heroes fade away, and I win the game. So 2 dice. I need a 6 or higher. Oh, look
Oh,
at that!
oh,
Double
boxcars.
sixes. That's
Oof.
managed somehow to pull out a win there.
Wait. I got 30. I got more than I need. Good game,
So that
sir.
was an
Good
awesome
game.
game, Heath. That was super close. That was an exciting ending too, to kill Zoran and walk over here to grab the soul.
There were
Uh,
a couple real Hail Mary plays there. I'm impressed that we both played the way that we did on it. That was very exciting.
yeah, it was a close game. Tons of fun. Um, any questions you have or anything you'd like to ask me about the game?
Man, I'm just like I'm super excited for it, and this has been one of those games that like when I first got the chance to play Judgment, I first like just was like, oh, I painted the model and it was cool. I was like, oh, it's cool models. I'm gonna buy the models, and then when I finally took the time to learn the game the first time, I just was like, oh, this is what this is what every skirmish game should be like. Any tabletop game should be this like boxing match. You shouldn't have a whole lot of downtime, and your tactics should have to change 5 or 6 times a game. And so I'm thrilled that you guys are involved in this because I think that you can add value to a brand, and I think they can add value to yours. I think it's a very good partnership. So
Yeah, I mean, we've been wanting to do a game for a while, and this just kind of, we played the game. Andrew and Jeff wanted to make it onto hexes, and as soon as we started seeing it on hexes, we were like, "Oh, this is tons of fun," and we were really enjoying it. And so it just seemed like a perfect match between the two companies. Um, we're really stoked about it. I've also lined up here as well on the side. There's these heroes are all creature caster heroes that are now part of the Judgment universe. So they're the Atriarch models along with the Forge Guard. And so these are joining right away. We'll probably add more over time. So if you are a creature caster fan already, you probably already have Judgment models. And if you're a Judgment fan, then you're already ready to play the game. So it's been a great experience for us. I think we're super thrilled to be doing it.
that's super exciting, man. One of the things that was asked to me today, as I was like kind of like teasing that we'd be playing again, how are you guys going to be handling distribution worldwide? Like, because I know Creature Caster has facilities now worldwide that you guys send models to. Is that going to be the same thing? You're handling this game for everybody, or are you picking up any other partnerships?
Yeah, so we're going to be in the main distribution. We are going to be wanting to open it up for retailers, and that's something that we'll discuss with retailers sort of like individually after. They just have to send us an email. But yeah, we will have our hubs all over the world, and now because we're partnering with the guys from Judgment who are Australian, we will have another hub in Australia. So we're working to set that up and create another warehouse there. So right now we got warehouses in Canada, US, Europe, UK, and the one coming in Australia gives us pretty good coverage, I think, for most of the world.
That's very exciting. I'm glad that you have a network like that, because it always sucks, and especially when people are like, oh well, it costs so much to get things here, or it takes too long to get things. Like I just think about all the Kingdom Death fans that like
Yep.
Australia is just like totally hind tit, and you're like, man, it sucks. It really sucks for them.
Yeah,
And
we really want to create that network. That's been something we've been working on for years now. And part of it was like when we first did our Kickstarter, that was a huge stumbling block, and it's a lot easier now. because there's more sort of shipping companies that handle Kickstarters. But back in our day, there wasn't that option because we were there sort of at the beginning of things, and that was just a massive pain in the butt. So having
Sure.
that all in place is going to make it go way smoother this time around. So we're pretty happy about that.
Sure.
Um, and yeah, it's one less thing to worry about.
What sort of role are you looking for as like continued support? Are you looking to add like a hero a month or like one a quarter? Like, how are you wanting to do that?
Yeah, so we're signed up and we have a retail plan that is for 6 heroes over a year. So basically, and we'll probably be rolling them out three every 6 months. If we have a lot of support and we see like a lot of interest in the game, we have a plan for basically an increased schedule. So we'll be doing a release every quarter. It might not always be heroes because in this game you see there's Gloom monster. There's a bunch of other monsters we can add. We have now the god system, so we might add new gods to it. Could be terrain, could be a new map, but sort of once every quarter we'll have a new release for Judgment. Um, that's the plan that we have in place, and we sort
Nice.
of have all the support and everything set up to do that. Um, Andrew and Jeff, who created the game originally, they're staying as part of the team. It's not just now all creature caster. They're maintaining their rule support, and they're going to be there writing new heroes and writing new scenarios and contributing to it just as they always used to.
Nice. And are the rules going to continue to be free online so people can test this thing out? Like literally what we just did, anybody can do if you really want. If you want to get a taste of it, like it's there if you want to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is all like our beta phase, right? So, the graphics aren't quite as nice as they will be once we roll things out. We've got the old cards here, and you can see on the Kickstarter page that the new cards are looking like an upgraded version of everything. They're a little easier to read and
Yeah.
a little fancier looking. So everything is going to get upgraded for that, and we are going to make the core rulebook free online as well, so that you'll be able to just get that and look through it, and we'll have updates there. In the core set, you do get a printed version, so I know a lot of people don't like having to read through rules on their phone.
Sure.
Another exciting thing is we already have like the app for choosing your warband, playing your warband. That's free to download. You can build your warband in the app, and it track your health, and so you kind of already have that tool for managing your heroes and managing the game conditions within the app. So it's a feature that already exists, and we're going to just keep improving that too.
Nice. And what's the name of that app?
It's called Warband Commander, and I think that's the Google operating system for that one.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the iPhone one is, but we will. There is one that's either in development or already released, and we'll definitely make that notice on our on the Kickstarter page as well.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'm glad that all that stay in there. That has been one of like the cool things for me is like it's all there. I had a buddy who he was writing rules for a game very similar to this, a little bit more like paramilitary style game. And when I showed him like everything that the brothers had done on the game, he just is like he's like, damn, like this is so good. And like it made he managed to mess with the stuff on his own, and it made it really easy for him to kind of understand the way that the teams were going to work together. And so I encourage anybody to take some time with this. I know everybody gets a little bit weird about learning a new game system, but truly it's a very easy game. You and I, the last time that we played, I still remembered most of the rules, and I hadn't touched it in over a year because it's
Yeah,
just one of those games that just kind of makes sense.
yeah, it's very sort of instinctual, right? So there's obviously little subtleties to it, and the heroes add a lot of depth because every hero plays a little bit differently. You're going to have interaction of different abilities. Um, but yeah, you're kind of doing what you feel like a hero should do, So you're like, oh, I get to charge, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty straightforward, right? So, um, I get to harvest the soul. Yeah, all of the things feel very natural, and I mean, it's a really cool game. There's lots of inspirations from like um, sort of the MOBAs and from Magic as well, right? Like I'm a big Magic the Gathering fan, and there's definitely some Magic inspiration built into this with even the list planning, even the warband creation. If you it's basically an open system similar to Magic, but if you're aligning your heroes correctly with your gods, you get the bonuses. So the gods are kind of there to guide you through the creation of your warband. And then as you get more experienced, you can start, okay, I'm gonna try a different alignment or mix different heroes into this, and it's
Sure.
there's a lot of depth there too. So um, there's just there's just a ton of play with this game. Like when you're actually got someone to play against, there's tons of fun. But even when you're just like figuring out your war bands and sort of metagaming, there's a ton of depth there as well. So I think it's definitely one of my favorite games that I've ever played.
Nice. Are you gonna try to make it to Warfare Weekend the next time it happens, and where the JNAC happens?
Yeah, so the Warfare weekend, because the Australian guys, they are unfortunately unable to travel at all this year because
Yeah.
of the COVID situation. So we had to change the plans for the JNAC. So there won't be a JNAC at Warfare weekend, but Creaturecaster is still going to try and make it to the Warfare weekend. We're hoping we'll be able to demo this version 2 of Judgment. So Judgment Eternal Champions will be at Warfare weekend running demo games. If we are ahead of schedule with our production, we might actually even be selling it there as well. So it'll be exciting to be at the Warfare weekend.
That would be fantastic. I'm hoping that enough people are vaccinated and that actually goes off. I'm not like holding my breath, but also like I'm I'm cautiously optimistic right now about the outlooks of that stuff. If not,
We're the same, right? Obviously, Canada's a little bit behind the U.S. with the vaccinations as well, and we have to play it safe. But it would be nice to get back out to conventions and seeing people.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay, well then I guess my parting question for you to be before we wrap this up tonight is what has been your most favorite part of like picking up an IP that wasn't yours and getting to like dig into this new world? What have you been surprised by, and what's your favorite part of it?
Oh, that's a good question. My go-to on that one is that working with the brothers has been awesome. Like they're very similar to us here. We've had just a ton of fun with them. We've never run into any drama, which would be easy to do when, like we're pushing for certain changes and they're pushing for certain changes, right? But we all just mesh really well. So I think having amazing teamwork was the number one, but that's maybe a little outside the game. I think specifically in game, um, I'll just say being able to take some of these cool hero ideas that, Creature Caster's known for the demons. We've been doing a lot of demons, but um, we're creative people who've always wanted to be doing other things as well. So being able to kind of branch out, look at some of the other fantasy, that's out there and do elves, do orcs, do dwarves. That's been really exciting. I think we have some of the coolest looking dwarves that have ever been created. Brock is one of my favorite models that we've ever done.
Nice.
So being able to explore those things, I think, is being fantastic for us.
Well, man, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're able to spread your wings a little bit and not have it be something that's like instantly you're like your normal clientele's like, what are these guys doing? Like to me it all makes sense, and I'm hoping that everybody on both sides comes with this with an open eyes and open hearts because truthfully like Judgment has been like the one game like that I have been rooting for the last year and a half. I need more people to play it, so I'm very excited to see how it does on the Kickstarter and take part of it.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever run a demo game and had someone say I didn't have fun, right? So that's a pretty good sign for me.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Peter, thank you so much for taking the time to play this game with me a couple times. I'm glad that you were able to take back the win on this one. So maybe next
Yeah, I
time we'll
like
have the best
to
2 out of 3 here.
even the score. Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to the next game. That
Awesome,
was a
buddy.
blast.
Well, I'll catch up with you a little bit later online. Everybody, check out Judgment on Kickstarter here in really only a few days away. Very
Awesome.
exciting.
Thanks, Eve.
All right, buddy. See ya.